Yo, what's going on, guys? So, see if we can keep this short and sweet today. Obviously, another day of chop. A nice move during lunch, nice move during PM session. We'll kind of go over that here shortly. So, what I see here is obviously second day we tapped into the daily FVG here. Remember, it's a daily order block sitting right here. So what I'm seeing now is a potential daily order block that could form up here if we can close above all-time highs. So I'm going to be watching this. Also notice that yesterday we failed to close back inside the body of here. So today we expected to take um, a new yesterday's low. So you see we did that, and that's where we bounced, right? We put in a new weekly low today, and then obviously that's where we bounced today. So today, this morning, we know we got all these equal highs sitting up here, right? We know we have equal highs sitting at the 130 highs from Friday and yesterday's high. So previous Monday's high is definitely on the cards here. Why? It's obviously equal highs. We'll draw down a little bit more here. It's obviously equal highs, but what else is it? It's a previous day high. So huge liquidity point here. 1859.50. Expecting this to be ran either tomorrow or Thursday. My guess would be tomorrow. Kind of starting. It kind of starts. It's starting to look like some kind of a buy model here. Maybe we get a 50% down first tonight, and then something like this, 50% down, fill in some of these 15-minute FEGs. It's going to be an hourly FEG as well, and then maybe we wake up tomorrow and we start delivering here. Hopefully. They save these highs for New York session, so we can find a nice long up to them, and not wake up to them already being pumped through. So that's one thing. And then remember, we have more equal highs sitting at 40. There's more equal highs sitting at 47. Just a ton of liquidity sitting above here. There's liquidity sitting here at 40, 47. You see all of these smooth highs, right? And what did you guys notice from this morning? So, um, let's see here. So this morning, I made the video, and I was like, I mentioned this. We've had this hourly BPR that was still up here. You see how many times we wicked into it. We even rejected it today. We rejected it today. We came up, thought we were gonna get take, and then thought we were gonna go up and take 59. You see, it was a failure swing. What happens at failure swings? That's where liquidity rests. Your retail traders will see this as resistance, and they will put their stop here. So the market will return here. Failure swings, they'll put their stops here or at the swing high up here. So we know liquidity is sitting here. We know the market is going to attack here. But you see, so we reject the BPR again because the market was obviously heavy. What happens? You see, we get an hourly OB here. What's that tell us? And then we notice, okay, our hourly OB with this candle closing below. So then we're looking at the middle of it. We don't see, if you're bearish, you don't want to see the middle of it disrespected, right? So and you see we come back up, we wick it, the bodies respect it perfectly, and then what? We continue down. So and then we end up closing below. This becomes an hourly OB, but it doesn't matter now because look what happens. We end up sweeping all these lows, Monday's lows, Sunday's lows. This is a brand new weekly low put in, so it's a strong liquidity pool here, which means sets us up for a possible reversal. And you see that's exactly what we got. I also pointed this out. So you notice these bodies right here on the hourly. What do you notice about them compared to these lows and these lows? Notice how the bodies still respected these lows and that close below, giving us that like hourly market structure shift to the downside. So probably kept me a little more bullish, especially in when you get kind of strong reaction off of that. Um, so there's that. What else was I going to show you guys? So then I'll show you the move up. So the move up this afternoon. Obviously, this was the huge wick, right? This is the reaction you want to see when liquidity is taken, right? So then I posted. I was like, I'm gonna be watching this. I think like, whenever we get a sweep, what happens? We look for like a 5 minute OB. We look for an inverse, anything off the lows, and look, here was a 5 minute inverse you could have longed off the lows. Ran up beautifully. I mean, you could have taken here, you could have taken here, but we should at least run up to 50%, right? So your first target should be and probably let's see where 50% lied. I think it was like at 9:59, right? So we took a long to here. We took a long based off of. Let's see if we can find it. We took a long based off of. We got in at 9:40. So this was the so right here. This was the candle that swept liquidity. This OB right here. Well, it becomes an OB as soon as we close above right here, right? So we entered right here. We entered right here, and we were targeting what? We were targeting 50%. So we enter here on this 1 minute OB. Our stop's going to be below it, so about a 10-point stop here. And then what? You see, we get a nice retest. Then the middle of it is respected, and then what? We deliver right to 50% here. Could have held for the whole thing, but we were content with 50%, and because we thought maybe this could just be like a 50% retracement into to then go lower. And then we were also watching, and if you look at the 15-minute. What else do you see? You see a 15-minute FEG here, and I said we need to watch this 15. So why was this 15 so important? Well, if you notice, it's just above 50%. So if we longed to 50%, and then all of our eyes were on this 15-minute. Because if we're going to reject and then push lower, and this is like a bigger hourly sell model, we're going to reject here at 50% and then push back lower. So this was key. If we rejected here, we did not. If we rejected here, then we expected lower. If we inversed it, then we expected probably back to this high. And you see that's exactly what we got. What's significant about this high? This is lunch highs. ES also took this high too. And then what else do you see? When we inverse this 15-minute, what happens? You get this candle right here. Look what happens. We close above it. That's a 15-minute OB. We don't get the retest, but this tells us we get a 15-minute OB with a 15-minute inverse. This tells us, okay, we should at least push up to the next FVG or point of interest. What's that? 985. So then you could scalp up to 985, maybe scale some, and then wait and then see if you can't ride all the way through. You see, we end up pushing all the way through. So this tells us that these hourly lows down here were the liquidity the market was after the rejection up here. What's so significant about these lows? Look how smooth they are. Like you don't see a bunch of like stabs. This is the stabs, right? Once we stab here, it makes sense to go back up and take the next smooth highs up here. So you see, we take that smooth, and now it's jagged. Now we go back up and take smooth, and then we'll look for a stab up here, and then maybe we get our next down move. So that was pretty much this afternoon in the way that I broke it down, and then this morning was pretty much the same way. Like we got the hourly OB, pretty much told us that everything, and then remember we also rejected this 4-hour OB. You see how many times we have rejected this? We have yet to have a 4-hour candle close above and inside this 4-hour B. Look how many times we have wicked inside of it now. 7 times now. This 4-hour B is a monster. So just going to continue watching that along with the hourly OB. We need to get a push over this hourly to really get bullish again. I still think daily high, but look, when we take these daily highs, if we can get an inverse above it, then we're right back to all-time highs. So tonight, what I can see happening, we may not get a 50% here, but I'll show you guys where 50% is just in case. 50% lies down here at 970. So possibly 970, which also lines up with the bottom of this 1-hour FVG. So I can see us, tapping into this hourly FVG. But what else do you see? You see in hourly order block here that swept the lows. So this swept the lows. And so this is going to be a strong order block. So I mean, we could absolutely just wick into here, not hit 50%, and then go up higher. So as long as this hourly holds tonight, I'm expecting 59 to be swept tomorrow. If we inverse it down, then we have a huge sell model on our hands, and then we're going down to that 760 here on NQ. So just watch this hourly here, and this will tell us everything going into the night and into tomorrow morning. So all eyes are on this and this hourly BPR up here. So we're stuck between these two now, and we'll wait for a 1-2 show its cards, but I'm expecting these previous day highs and these equal lows at 59 and then 40 to be swept going into tomorrow or Thursday. So depending on what kind of price action. I'm expecting a little bit better price action tomorrow. It got a little bit better in the PM today compared to the AM, so hopefully that carries over into tomorrow. We start getting some more good news. So some more good news, some more data and stuff that helps inject that volatility into the markets. So that's NQ. ES kind of look what happens here. I told you guys yesterday I'm watching that 50, 50, 66, 57, 50, 67 area. Why? Because it's the top of this weekly OB, and you see we dug into it, hit the top of it today, and look what happens. Right there off the lows. So that also happened at the same time that NQ swept those lows, and then that also helped propel the move up today. So other than that, really nothing else I'm really watching on ES here. Tiny 4 hour up here. It is running to a 4 hour OB, but kind of watch this. Here's 50% here. So 50% from here would be right there at 5080. So if we get a pullback, look for 5080 in this hourly FEG to hold on ES. So that's kind of where I'm at going into tomorrow. Hope you guys had a great day, and we'll catch you guys in the morning.